Hello everybody! Well, here we are with the next fight from the third round of the Mount Hua competition for the Blue Dragon server for September 2015, and we have Shuzelin of the Emi should be facing off against Yideng of the Royal Guards. So, we're pretty sure Yideng has joined Finger, and the real question is, what is Shuzelin going to bring to the table to try to overcome it? That is the million-dollar question that has been facing the Mount Hua for quite some time now. What can you do to beat Join Finger? What is going to be the magic skill? What is going to be the magic combination of skills? I don't know. Straight away, Shuzelin is coming in with some Buddha Heart Palm, getting a few hits in there, doing a bit of damage to Yideng. Her Buddha Heart Palm does hit pretty hard. But Yideng is coming back with Ghost Claw, gets a good hook and connection, has Shuzelin down to about 80% health. He's taking the lead here. He plucks Shuzelin plucks just as Yideng comes in with the stun from the joined finger. That'll give her a chance to get away from the follow-up there. But now she's coming back with 7 skills of the goddess and inflicting some good damage with that. Those are some nice big hits. More joined finger coming out of Yideng though. He's getting those hits in. Not quite keeping up with Shuzelin and her attack. She's able to stay at distance, just out of range, and continue to pummel him with that skill, but he's getting in there and getting those joint finger shots in. And there's a nice stun there. I think her dress caused her to float down there. That was pretty neat. But he continues with the joint finger, and they are starting to even things up a little bit here. 10,000 versus 15,000. But there goes the bitter cold of the snow sword. And that does quite a bit of damage to Yideng, but he plucks, he Pegasuses, circles the moon. Shuzelin gets a pluck in there as well. More Buddha Heart Palm coming in from Shuzelin. They're about even again, but as far as damage dealt, Shuzelin is definitely outstripping Yideng here. There goes the rage though. Most of that is blocked by Shuzelin, so she's not going to take too much damage. She continues with some Tai Chi fist knockdowns, does not get a connection. Yideng is taking this a little bit easy, waiting for his opportunity. He is keeping the pressure up, but he's not being super aggressive. Shuzelin, it looks like she's really just trying to dance around that joined finger and try to keep from getting caught by any sort of traps, but she's got a good hit in there with the Snow Sword Bitter Cold again, and she continues with some more Snow Sword skills. It's surprising we actually don't see more Snow Sword in the Mount Hua. It seems to be a pretty effective skill. Maybe it's just too tedious or too hard to get. But there goes another Bitter Cold, and that's it for Yideng. So maybe that is the answer, Snow Sword. When it first came out, you did see a few people using it exclusively in the Mount Hua, but I believe another skill, a cash shop skill, came out soon after, and it lost favor pretty quickly. But you still see people pulling out the Bitter Cold in almost every Mount Hua, usually when they get a little bit desperate. But I don't think we've seen anyone use Snow Sword as their main skill of choice, as their main strategy. Perhaps that's something to look forward to as things develop with the joined finger skill, because Shuzelin has beat someone with joined finger without joined finger. I don't know if she has the skill, but she didn't use it, so that's pretty interesting. Let's see what happens here in the next round. Yideng coming in hard and fast, gets a hit there with the joint finger, but not the stun. Shuzelin is keeping her distance and replying with the Buddha Heart Palm. She actually got the first hit in there as Yideng was coming in, but he's being very aggressive now, getting in there and getting the hits. 9 Palace's Sword out of Shuzelin as a reply to that joint finger. Get some good hits in there, but Shuzelin is starting to fall behind. But there goes the rage of the 9 Palace's Sword. This will even things up. In fact, it puts Shuzelin ahead. Yideng is almost down to 50%. Shuzelin is at about 75. Pluck the Peacock's Plume there from Yideng, and he manages to stave off attacks for a second. But here comes more Buddha Heart Palm, but he's back in, getting aggressive again, trying to get that joined finger to land. Gets a few hits in there. Nothing major, though. Shuzelin is just keeping her distance and evading. Time is definitely on her side. 16,000 versus 8,000 points of damage. If it comes down to a time decision, it will go her way. 7 skills of the goddess coming in now against Yideng. He gooses away Pegasuses. He wasn't too far down on health, only about 50% or just below, but he wants to keep it up there because Yideng can do a lot of damage with that snow sword. Or Shuzelin can do a lot of damage with that snow sword. Yideng can do a lot of damage with his Rage of the Joint Finger as well, so this is definitely a match where you want to keep, both competitors want to keep their health up, or they'll find themselves eliminated pretty quickly. Another plucks out of Yideng. Shuzelin circles the moon. Pegasus is, and she's back up to about 80% health. Dog Beating Staff, Ancient Manual out of Yideng. A little bit of a surprise, does not connect though. Shuzelin is pretty quick with that goose. More Buddha Heart Palm coming in out of her. Yideng trying to get stunned there from the joint finger. I think he might have got it, but there's a nice follow-up regardless. And he gets some good hits in there. Shuzelin tries to get a Tai Chi Fist combination going, does not get a good connection though. Shuzelin is sitting on a lot of rage. Yideng wants to watch out for that bitter cold, because that could definitely put a damper on his success here. What little he's been having so far. But there goes the snow sword. Good connection there. They're really playing cat and mouse at this point. Nobody's pulling out any big combinations or big skills. Just a few hits here and there. Yideng coming in with the joint finger. There is the Dragon Slap out of Shuzelin. A pretty good hit there, but not a lot of damage. There goes the Bitter Cold, though. This is doing a lot of damage to Yideng. Yideng is now down to a third health. He's replying with joint finger, though. Shuzelin is down to a third health and falling very quickly. She is stunned. Yideng comes in with the follow-up. This is going to be pretty close. Brings her down. She Pegasuses, though, brings herself back up to about 80% health. That was getting kind of close. She was down to just over 2,000 points of health. That was a good call to Pegasus right then and there. More 7 skills of the goddess out of Shuzelin. She's getting a few connections there. Yideng isn't too concerned, though. He's back up to 75%. He Pegasus as well. Not as much energy. He plucks, and we'll get another respite. A little bit of circling here. Joint finger coming in now, but there goes the Bitter Cold again, and Shuzelin doing massive amounts of damage, even though his block was up. Yideng is now below 50%. Coming in now with the joint finger skill, though, doing quite a bit of damage to Shuzelin. There goes the Rage, and this is definitely doing damage. Shuzelin is now down to a third health. Looks like she took that whole thing right on the chin. And more joint finger, but there goes the knockdown, opening the Tai Chi out of Shuzelin. How much damage will this do to Yideng? Is this going to be massive? Will she get the follow-up? No follow-up, but she does do a lot of damage. There is the Ancient Dog Beating Staff. Shuzelin is now down to 1,000 points. Yideng is down to 7,000 points. He gets another flip. Shuzelin manages to get back up to 3,000, but she's at 200 points. And they have separated. There goes the Bitter Cold out of Shuzelin, and that finishes Yideng. What a final combination there. Shuzelin was down to 329 points. Yideng literally needed one more shot from any skill to finish her off, and she came back with Bitter Cold and did over 7,000 points of damage with that skill and was able to finish off Yideng right then and there. So, Snow Sword has defeated Joint Finger skill. No, not really. Snow Sword plus a hell of a lot of other skills has defeated Joint Finger skill. So we'll have to see how this develops. In the meantime, Shuzelin will move on to the next round. Yideng will move down to the loser bracket, and we will have more fights for the Mount Hua competition for the Blue Dragon server right here on this channel. Please stay tuned for that.